All right, friends, if you're trying to remind yourself, what day is it today? We've got parade fever. We're coming off of that. It's Wednesday.
That's
right.
It's
Wednesday. We all got to check in. And on Wednesdays, we check in with TMZ to get all the news coming out of Hollywood. We got Michael Babcock joining us from L.A. today. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, guys, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm a Knicks guy. I'm a Knicks fan, so I was really happy to see that you took care of those Pacers for me. So
we're trying to help you out. We're going to make you a Thunder fan by the end of next season for sure. Now,
right.
In case people haven't heard, it's still going on. What's the latest in the Diddy saga?
Yeah, but we are close. So yesterday, the prosecution and the defense both rested. Now, the defense, they did not put up any witnesses. But, of course, as we know, the prosecution did. It was 29 days of testimony, almost wall to wall. They had 34. Was obviously a lot of testimony, and a lot of people have been talking about that. But they rested, and then shortly after, the defense rested. They essentially pointed to a couple of text messages before doing so, showing Cassie and Diddy having a loving conversations over the years, where it seemed to show that they actually did perhaps, in fact, have a good relationship, despite everything that we've obviously already seen. But then it was time for the defense to say, that's it, we rest our case. It was interesting because Diddy has not spoken really during the trial, and he declined to testify. Now, if he testified, it would have put him up there and opened him up to cross-examination. Probably not a great thing for his case if he wants to be found not guilty here. So, he was asked by the judge, do you know that you have an opportunity to testify? And he says, yeah. And the judge says, okay, well, how you doing, too? Asking him how Diddy was. And Diddy said that he was doing great. And he said, you know what, Your Honor, I think you're doing an excellent job. So I think perhaps a little buttering up there by Diddy of the judge. I don't know that it helps him at all, but that was what he said. Today's like an administrative day. The lawyers are meeting. The jury's not even there. Tomorrow, closing arguments start. And Thursday and Friday, that should be pretty much all closing arguments. And then we should start deliberations on Monday. And then we'll see if we can get a verdict.
Definitely a case we got to stay on top of. But we also want to know, because it's no secret, the 2025 NBA Championship Parade took place right here in OKC. So we want to know, what have you been hearing about how our players have been celebrating?
Yeah, it looked like a great time. I'm jealous that I wasn't there. It was great. I mean, obviously it's such a cool moment for the fans, as I don't need to tell you guys. But for Shea to bring over the Larry O'Brien Trophy, the trophy to the fans, and to allow the fans to actually be up close and personal with it and touch it, I had to imagine that must have been such a cool experience, and that's something that I would think that people wouldn't forget. So I thought that was one of the more memorable moments from, again, what looked like a really awesome and an incredibly fun day yesterday in your streets.
And a warm one. It was a warm day, but it was a whole lot of fun.
Was it warm there? That's okay. Maybe that's why he had his shirt. That's why Shea had his shirt off. But that makes sense.
Yeah. Luckily, I did not take my shirt off, Michael.
No, the crowd would have scattered.
I wouldn't have either if I was there. You don't want to see
Thanks
that.
so much, Michael. We will talk to you next week. Great info, my friend.
Bye, guys.